Good morning. I'm Les Walters, and I have a very great friend, a young great American, Jeff, with me this morning. And we're going to be talking. No, not Hutty. not, not Hutty. And Jeff, what'd you preach on yesterday?
Well, Les, thank you for allowing me to be with you today. Happy Groundhog Day to you. Hope that you got Sherry her Groundhog Day present and everything.
I missed it. I missed it.
Yesterday I was talking about what we think about, how we think, from Philippians chapter 4.
I know some of your congregants, so how they think. How can be slacking?
Well,
Steve Cox.
encouraging people to think, and to me, of course, the letter of the Apostle Paul to the Philippians always been a great interest and encouragement. It's a book that, or a letter that's full of descriptions about how to experience joy, and he's writing from a prison cell after going through a lot of the difficulties that he did. And
Hello?
but he encourages the people to,
I'm gonna send Les up there, baby. I got a preacher on here, and I gotta go. We can't let a preacher here.
think about how to filter out our thoughts so we're thinking rightly.
Not think discombobulatingly.
No, how not to be discombobulated.
Right.
Yeah.
That was one.
How to uncombobulate.
That was one of the late great Dusty Rhodes' favorite words. Of course, Dusty had a funky like a monkey tour.
Yeah.
He just set up his own tours.
Yeah.
On the way up, we were talking about different groups that have most likely imploded. But we also heard just recently that the Rolling Stones are cutting another album.
I thought they done turned into dust.
Oh, no. No dust there.
Let me make one announcement right back line.
The Rolling Stones are coming to the station.
No. I don't know who the Rolling Stones is. That's way before my time. I put in for the radio myself.
Mick Jagger is as old as you are.
Who's that?
He's the lead singer.
Well, you see, I don't know who they are. I'm not as old as you are. But anyway, we're on Facebook and we're on YouTube, both of them today. So anybody want to put them on and listen to Les talk?
And Jeff Fleming talk.
Well, now, Jeff, I ain't through. So Jeff don't keep his hands crossed like you do. When you have your hands crossed, that means you're fibbing, don't it? You run a newspaper.
He's checking your body language.
You run a newspaper. The radio business always tell the truth. Yeah.
I haven't run a newspaper since 2020.
That's what's wrong with it now. We ain't got over it.
Huddy,
Yes, sir.
you told me you would be nice.
I'll pull off right now. If you want to hear me more. If you look in the corner, my nose in the ring. You got it.
But you told me something about Keith Richards.
They had announced and had scheduled some European tour dates, but I think he announced that they were canceling those dates. They may just be postponing them, but he's having arthritis issues in his hands, and he said he just can't. He doesn't feel like he can perform on a tour, playing several shows and do justice to the music. So they may just be postponing it, and they can always do like a lot of groups. They can cut back the number of shows that they do, and but it is amazing. I think, with the exception of Charlie Ward, the drummer, who passed away.
Right.
It's a lot of, almost all the same guys. And I'll be honest, I did not know till, I guess it was a couple of years ago, but their keyboard player for the Rolling Stones is from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And right off the top of my head, I wish I could think of his name. And most people would probably be familiar with him, but I saw in an interview they were doing, they called him, I think he was sort of a session musician. And several years ago, when they were needing a keyboard player, they called him, and he's been playing with them and even touring with them. But I didn't. I just one of those things. I'd never been just a tremendous Rolling Stones fan, but it was fascinating to me that
Chuck Leavell.
Yeah.
What's amazing, if you ever look up, and he's 73.
Right.
He's probably one of the babies
Oh yes.
in that group.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, buddy.
It's
So-
I ain't got my glasses on.
yeah. It's for them to be able to go as long as they have. I know, there's a lot of jokes made
He's
about
from Birmingham.
the Birmingham
Birmingham,
area.
yeah.
I knew it was Alabama, but I think he's done a lot of recording with a lot of groups, but I think they called him about doing one of their albums back years ago, and they liked his playing, and he's been playing with them ever since.
Their longevity. If you did not have that Hot Rocks 8-track tape among all of your 8 tracks, you had nothing. Nothing. It was just that good. So, I listened to the Rolling Stones, but Mick Jagger is like a lot of folks that made money singing. He can't sing. Mick, Willie Nelson, Willie can't sing. Bob Dylan, Bob can't sing.
You talk about $9 people.
Well, I am talking about, but they can't sing.
Well,
Joe Cocker, I love Joe Cocker, but he can't sing.
It's one of those interesting elements of entertainment, the it factor, charisma, the persona, and it helps to have talent, but it's amazing how many doors you can open with just your charisma and a uniqueness. I think that was like with Dylan, with Cocker, with Rod Stewart, with some of these artists. They had voices that were just instantly recognizable because they were different. And timing too, when artists come along, their styles of music, and it's just there's a lot of talented people. And we've got a lot of talented people in our community here. We've got a lot of from Marion County and
Yes.
Hamilton, Hodges, Hackleburg, these areas. There's a lot of talented people, and but you get the right opportunity. I was watching a friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours, drummer extraordinaire Mike McGuire,
Right.
recently doing the country music cruise and doing some shows in Mexico, and there was a little Facebook chatter, and I think you got involved in it when he had a sofa that he was trying to get rid of, and his wife was trying to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I didn't chime in, but
Well, you
I think
should've.
you had discussed it a little bit with him. But I thought, I was going to tell Mike that we could use that in the Mike McGuire Hall of Fame. Hamilton, we need to have a Mike McGuire Hall of Fame. He's one of our more famous residents.
He is.
Traveling the country.
There,
Right now, less going to be for long.
there are
Oh, yeah.
so many famous former residents.
Right.
If all the truth was told on Mike, we'd be in a lot of trouble.
Well, that's one of the good things. A lot of that probably happened before social media.
It happened a
and
long time before.
cell phones and cell phone cameras, so it doesn't exist.
We're talking about a man that jumped out. I think it was second story. Balcony in, I think they were in Panama City. All right. What do you know about palm trees? What do you know about them?
Don't know a lot.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you.
I know
about
they
them.
don't have limbs on them.
They don't have limbs, but where does the bark go? Upward. Mike jumped off that balcony and shimmied down that palm tree. It did not turn out well.
No.
Did not turn out well at
That
all.
sounds painful.
It was very painful. We're talking about him and my great American good friend, Roger Ellis. All along, they'd be riding down the road, and they'd stop and get out and wrestle. I mean, there's a lot to be said. A lot to be said.
You could write a book.
Oh, couldn't we ever? But families don't know everything they've done.
Well, that's probably a good thing.
It is.
That's a good thing.
You brought up something about the private schools.
Oh. I think they're having another meeting, the private school group. The Alabama State High School Athletic Association made the decision to separate private schools, public schools
In the
in
playoffs.
terms of playoffs.
Playoffs.
And they would still, according to the format that they offered, they could play during the season, but the private schools would only play other private schools in the playoffs. Public schools would then just play public schools in the playoffs. For the most part, most of the protest against it has been from the private schools, and they cite safety concerns because they're going to, in order to play a larger number of private schools on their schedules or to play playoff games, they're going to have to travel more. But
Well, they could make it simpler if they just change the rules and make them do like we do. They can't go out there and recruit anywhere they want to recruit. I'd be a good coach if I could recruit who I wanted to recruit.
that's one of the
You would probably be hateful to your players.
No, I just like you, buddy.
the lack of an ability for them to find a way to try to equalize the competition with the difference in rules in which the public schools have to operate does make it a challenge. Private schools don't have geographical boundaries that they have to
That's right.
adhere to. Public schools are supposed to, and I know there can be some discussion about that.
Well, you look at
whether it works the way it works, but just it's a difficult thing to work out for them to work out to everybody's satisfaction.
Well, you take Hackenberg, just right here where you're at. they can't go that far. They run to Vienna.
Right.
9 miles they run into Phil Campbell. 10 miles they run into Hamilton, and Havel and Bear Creek over this way. I mean, but they can go anywhere they want to go.
I think perhaps in the past, and I may be speaking out of school, I've never done that. But now next week we're going to have Dr. Patrick Sutton, superintendent of Marion County Schools, and he's bringing a gentleman with him, and we're going to talk about this in depth and at length. I don't think you and I know all this stuff. There's a bunch to know.
No, it's like a lot of subjects that we, get discussions about on the news. There's different elements of it, and it's complicated. You certainly, I don't have a problem that there are private schools. I don't have to me that's fine. The challenge is how you operate with some competitive balance that they call it. Now they have, over the years, they have tried to step the private schools up so that the private schools may have smaller number of students, but they have to play in classifications with larger numbers of students. But I don't know how you calculate, in order to make it fair.
But but they can go out. You got a good player any town around, and they can go out and recruit him. He start playing. But if we go out and get somebody like from another school, they got to stay out of here.
Yeah.
They don't have to. They've got rules that makes it disadvantage. Listen, I'm not against private schools. Matter of fact, I used to film Mars Hill and Shows Christian when I had a TV program. And when you walk in there, and I use Mars Hill, for example, they got a big table there. They sitting there before the school reading the Bible.
Yeah.
I mean, students, no teacher with them, just Bible. Yeah. And I didn't see it no private schools. Yeah. Are you following me? I mean, no, not private school, regular school. Yeah. It's got some good things and bad things. But what I get mad about, being an athlete, I know you was a cheerleader, but I'm sorry, Walton, I didn't mean to tell you about that. I got pictures of it if y'all want to see it on the wall up here.
I need to bring you a picture of me.
Oh, I don't need
from when I was
I have a hard time for you.
Football at red level.
You were.
They didn't call you Shorty, did they?
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
But
I was and still am. Hey, Tower of Power.
Oh man, I'm
yourself.
6'8". Hey, I used to sell trailers. I can lie if I want to.
You need to get a bat to
That's
him.
a Bell Green boy. You can't believe a word he says.
He's a good man. I don't know what he's doing up here with you, but he's a good man.
Well, he's 78 years old. Ain't nobody else gonna put up with him.
Let's move on.
Yep. Moving on to the next subject. Yep. Superintendent Sutton can probably bring some more information there, some more enlightenment as far as the effect on the public
He's
schools.
On a board.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't recall, but he and this other man are going to help us considerably get a better understanding.
That'll be good.
I don't know if people have looked at the number of students per school.
Right.
That's something to look at.
It is.
It really, really is. And there's no more 7A.
No.
It's just 1 through 6. That 6A, ooh-wee, that'll be something.
It'll be a tough.
Mm-hmm.
Tough competition.
Well, some of these people that in the 6A or 5A, they're going out and pay high dollar right now for coaches right now.
Yeah.
You know, I know one gets $180,000 a year. That ain't bad. Just now, just got recruited.
Would you have coached for that, Hutty?
8,000. That's what I get Florida next week.
I've always tried to give our coaches some football plays.
Right.
I think they've run some of my plays, but it didn't look like what I gave them.
It didn't. The problem was not to play. The problem was the execution.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. I've still got some great plays
Yeah.
in mind. And if you
God don't hit us in that.
if you'll think about it, when you're watching all the way from the little fellas, the pee-weers,
Right.
toy bowlers, up to the pros, there aren't many plays that haven't been done.
So many variations,
It's a lot like
and
what?
there's only so many things that you can do.
That's it.
Of course, they use the different formations, but and they modify the rules from time to time in terms of movement, you know, before and after the snap.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, like you said, you can only line up players so many different ways, and you can only go so many different directions.
If I remember right, our coach, Jack McLeod, I think that was my sophomore year. We ran veer, wishbone, pro set, something he called meatball right and meatball left. If it was left, the quarterback in the center lined up towards the far left sideline. Everybody else was spread out from can to can't. And in the opposite way, meatball right. We weren't very good. I guess he was doing anything to make us better. 4 plays. Out of all those formations, I guess if he ever saw us doing something well in the game, he would have scrapped the rest and said, we're going to do that.
Right.
But we never did.
Well, it's interesting when you watch how many, you know, the things that we call new are just variations of what we used to do. You know, at one time when I was recently watching I think it was probably an ESPN on the man who was the inventor or the initiator of the wishbone.
Oh, yeah.
And basically he was responsible for the wishbone at Texas A&M, Alabama, Oklahoma. All of those he was influential in. And of course, at one time, you know, that was the way to go because it was something different that teams had not defended. And then after a while, well, no, that's sort of outdated. We're going to go a different direction. And they go to pro set, and then they go to shotgun. And now a lot of what they call the RPO, the run pass option, if you look at it, with the exception of having an extra back in the backfield, a lot of it is just like the wishbone. They run players through to create, you know, an option. The quarterback reads a play, and he may hand off, or he may toss it, or he may throw it, and so it's just another variation of the multiple option wishbone formation.
You remember Jack Mildred?
Yes.
Quarterback for the Oklahoma?
Yeah.
I remember they were modifying things there. And you'd see him, and he'd roll out, and all of a sudden he'd back up. And I thought, what is he doing? Well, the old boy wasn't a great passer, but he wasn't the poorest I'd ever seen. I think the poorest I'd ever seen was Joe Cap for the Vikings.
Yeah, he was bad.
He wasn't a good passer. But he'd haul off and heave that thing. So it was pretty neat. pretty neat. What have you heard locally? I think everyone made it through the Armageddon ice storm, snowstorm of 2026.
We were very fortunate in our area. I know in some places to the west of us, northern Mississippi and in Tennessee,
Golly,
they got hit pretty hard and have some significant power outages. And I think our area, we were fairly fortunate. Few water issues, but not. Well, if it's your house, it's significant. So I'm not, but not widespread. You know, we didn't have to have water brought in on pallets. A few water line issues that you just, you know, you can do the best you can, but when the ground starts freezing and then thawing out, you're going to have some of that. But
You know,
we were
Mississippi's
very
late.
fortunate.
Mississippi's leading the state in the United States with the most outage right now.
Yeah.
And Tennessee's second. Just think how we're
Yeah.
lucky to
We're
miss.
very fortunate.
Uh,
It just skipped right around us.
my
Then we get preachers down there, ain't it?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if we can let them take the credit for that. But there are some good ones. But
do you want to take credit?
no,
Okay.
no, I don't want to take credit.
My wife, Sherry, a precious, darling angel.
That's what you said a while ago.
Oh, yes, what I always
No,
say.
you didn't either.
I hope she's listening.
I do too. That's why I said that.
And we, mostly her, moved the dogs' igloos up to the porch. I don't remember if it may have been last night after church. She commented, I'm ready to get them moved back out in the yard. I mean, they were right there
Yep.
on the little back porch. I have that little rat terrier, Rascal, all 20 pounds of him. I truly think she doesn't like that little dog. She just doesn't. And if I could tell you a use he has, I can't, because you hear him barking, it's invisible.
Right.
Every now and then he'll see something that's worth barking at.
Y'all will never know the dangers that he has saved y'all from because you didn't see him.
We didn't see him.
You know, could have been some vicious varmint or
An invisible zombie.
That's right.
We don't know.
You don't know, but he's done his job.
He has been on the high alert. High alert.
Protecting the residents.
And
Protecting the Walters residents.
I think he's outstanding. And I slipped him a piece of bacon. If I'm eating bacon, he gets bacon. She's not appreciative of that either.
She don't want you
said,
sharing.
I can cut back that bacon. I said, I know you can.
It ain't the dogs you're worried about.
No.
It's you.
Have you ever wished happy birthday on Facebook to someone that's dead, but you didn't know they were dead?
I don't know that I have, but I imagine I can see how that it can happen.
Well, Facebook, you're perpetual.
And you don't always get the most current timeline when you pull something up on Facebook. Sometimes, because there are times when I will announce to my wife some news item or some bit of information that I pull off of Facebook, and she reminds me to check the timeline on it because that was a year ago or 2 years ago. So I can see where it could happen. You pull up your Facebook, there's somebody's picture, and there's people wishing them happy birthday, and you just sort of, okay, well, I'm going to wish him happy birthday too. And you don't look at
Yeah.
the date, and you don't think about, well, I wonder if this person is still alive.
And I checked to see, is this goomer still living?
That would be good.
And sometimes I still can't tell.
Right.
But wives relish getting to do that. Our wives are our idiot meter, and I guess they try to save us from
They
ourselves.
try. They try. It's not their fault. They've done the best they could with what they've been given to work with.
And I'd like to think that I am an uplifting spirit.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
And
I can
Oh, I'm
see
sorry.
that. I can see that. A positive influence. Yeah.
a beacon in the darkness, a light at the end of a dark alley. That's
Yeah.
what I want to be.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see that.
Hutty pretty much made fun of my shirt.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I can say about Sheriff Kevin Williams. He likes for us to look as good as he can make us look.
Right.
And this shirt is outstanding.
Well, how's he doing?
He's doing much better. He's still got a ways to go, about 6 weeks of he's taking IVs,
The antibiotics.
antibiotics every day. It's been a long road. This coming March will make a year.
Yeah, he was in the hospital last week, though. Wasn't
He was.
See, I keep up with.
Well, that's good.
I keep up with you too. You about to go to the hospital?
And it started off with a creosote splinter
Splinter.
in his thumb. And he waited on it, tried to doctor it himself. And he would,
As most men do.
and as most men do. And that's one of the things now that he cautions people about is not delaying having things looked at if there's a concern. His turned into infection that got into his bone in his thumb on his right hand, and they have been able to save the thumb, but he has had multiple surgeries on it, including some skin grafts, and they're trying to save the thumb, but he has had a bone infection that has been very, very resilient to all of the antibiotics that he's had to take for it.
He, well, there's several. Kevin went back in the office, no opposition. I may miss someone.
Kyle Jackson is
Kyle
coroner.
Jackson is coroner. Kyle Jackson is a twofold great American good friend of mine. He is a comic book unparalleled aficionado. He is also a wrestling aficionado. If you like both of those, there's not much left. You're
that
there.
gets you up higher on your ladder.
Yes, very much. And Barbara Cooper,
Yeah.
Revenue Commissioner. I can't think of anyone else.
Not sure
Off
about
the
all
top.
of the commissioners.
Well,
right
we've got a
offhand.
race in District 1. We've got a race in District 17 for state representative. We have a race in District 4, state senate. And who all knows who's running? There'll be a Passel running for lieutenant governor, I keep hearing.
Many people, you know, why didn't you ever get in politics?
I'm smart. I stay
Now,
out.
ho,
of
ho.
things.
I didn't ask you to lie to me.
I stay out.
Well, I can understand that.
You know, I know my limitations. That's one thing, a great line that came out of a Dirty Harry. a man has got to know his limitations. I can come up here and talk with you and my friend Jeff. I don't need to get off and do politics.
I didn't know.
just
I
don't.
just, you know a lot of folks, so I said that.
Well, I do know a lot of folks. A lot of folks know me.
I know it. They cuss you all the time. I mean, they talk highly of you.
That's what we need to hear.
How much that'll cost you?
Andy Miller spoke in church yesterday to us. He had got delayed from the Sunday before because we didn't bring the folks out.
Right.
And Andy is one of these humans, if you don't want to know, don't ask. And maybe if you don't want to know, don't listen. Either way, he preached a rollicking, humdinger sermon yesterday morning, and I thought, if he'd have had another week, there's no telling how bad he would have got on us. But he's accepted the call to the ministry. He works for the railroad. One of my favorite movies is that Denzel Washington Runaway Train.
Yep. Very good.
I'll just stop and watch that sucker.
Denzel Washington, just about anything he's in,
Yes.
I really enjoy. He's done some really good ones.
Don't like him as a villain.
No, he's a good guy.
Yeah, I like
Don't
him.
like him as a villain. The Magnificent Seven.
Yeah.
One of the few remakes that I really liked. A lot of times the older movies when they remake them, and of course, you know, all-time big fan of the original
Oh, yes.
Magnificent Seven with Yul Brynner and Steve McQueen and James
Charles
Colburn
Bronson.
and Charles Bronson and
Yep.
just. But I thought the remake with Denzel Washington was a very good
And
one.
Pratt. Is it Pratt?
Right.
Who's been
Pratt.
who's Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy. And
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke, yeah.
Yeah. But you mentioned Denzel Washington, and when you mentioned Denzel Washington, and just it's interesting how things cycle around, but Denzel Washington and John Goodman did a movie together as detectives, and the Sympathy for the Devil with the Rolling Stones was part of the theme music.
Yeah.
Because it centered around a possession. Denzel Washington was the good guy trying to stop this demon that was passing between people. Anyway, it was. I thought that was interesting with your discussion of the Rolling Stones earlier. That you crossed paths with a movie that Denzel Washington was in. That the theme song was "Sympathy for the Devil," because he was the main antagonist.
Oh, yeah.
The devil was.
You know,
And there's no sympathy for the devil in the song, really. It's not a song that's sympathetic for the devil. It's a song where the devil is asking for sympathy because he's admitting the kind of bad person he's
oh,
been.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bad creature.
Devil went down to Georgia.
Charlie Daniels.
Charlie Daniels. You know,
Yeah. Bet his match too.
Hutty.
he
didn't
did.
You gonna take that hot air and blow that dead gum line out of his throat.
What line?
Your radio, I can't hear you down here in Hamilton.
Well, hell, I can't help that. I didn't know that.
Well, I'm just telling you, sir.
Well,
Have a good day.
well, let me ask you something. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
My train left the station, and I did have some, you know,
You were talking about
we're talking
devil
about
went
demons.
down to Georgia.
Devil
We
went
we
down
got,
to
we got
Georgia.
off on demons and we got off on the devil.
There are demons, There are demons. I think I've been dealing with demons ever since I was a little boy. I thought at times my Aunt Mabel Tyson, was a demon. Of course, I might have helped push her to being a demon because I was so full of sass. I was the only one of all the grandchildren and her nieces and nephews that would bow up. Can you imagine?
That seems so uncharacteristic
It
of you.
does. It does.
I can't imagine it.
I stayed in her doghouse constantly.
So, could it be that the reason that you were so concerned about her behavior was because she was reacting to your behavior,
My bad behavior.
your bad behavior? At least see you're honest about it.
But a lot of times when you think about your bad behavior, well, my bad behavior didn't pass as being bad behavior to me, but boy, to her. And then I got tattle-told on to my mama, and it just went worse. It was never good. Did you find yourself in some deep pits like that?
I did on occasion. I did. I must confess, I was not always a model child. My sister was the perfect child, and so I was the opposite. And I did. I found myself from time to time needing the rod of correction. And I admit I probably deserved most of those.
Our youth minister, Brother David Trawick, has been preaching a series of sermons on the minor prophets. I have told both him and his wife, I feel like he needs a telestrator at times. Last night, he didn't take us to here and yon. He pretty much stayed. But there have been times we have got a history lesson and a half. His wife is a precious woman, and she could have been up there writing stuff on a big paper or a big eraser board.
Right.
They haven't advanced to that yet. But I think it'd be wonderful
Well,
if they did.
you know, that's an important element sometimes of learning some of the lessons from especially the Old Testament and some of the prophets, the times that they were experiencing. And of course you had the prophets to the northern kingdom, prophets to the southern kingdom, and the way they're lined up in the Bible, you really can't, unless you do some background and do some history. The context can really add to the value of some of those lessons. Of course, there's things in there for all of us to take away, but that is good. And like you said, the visuals could be helpful.
He has been contexting us.
Yeah.
Not texting us, contexting us.
Well, you have to. That's an important part of understanding sometimes.
He's bouncing us all through there in history, and he knows his stuff.
That's
he expects
good.
us to catch up with him.
Well, and that's because he has confidence in those that he is teaching, that he has confidence that y'all can grasp and follow along.
He needs to slow down. Do you ever get any of your congregants ever tell you, Brother Jeff, slow down a little bit?
Well, occasionally, maybe do get a little too excited. And I guess I don't have, my mother always told me, Jeffrey, you don't have a whisper voice, do you? I was
told
born with a
that
natural
too.
amplifier.
Yeah.
I have a loud voice, and I do tend to talk too fast sometimes. But I do not have any rhythm, harmony, or melody associated with my voice. I can't sing. I'm not a singer. But I do have a loud voice, and I can, if I'm not careful, if I get very excited or enthused, I could talk a little faster than I should.
We were watching a documentary, and finally, I think it came to an end. And you don't hear things from your wife exactly while it's all going on. She said, "I'm so glad this is over." I said, "What's wrong?" That guy's voice, it was monotone,
Yeah.
no inflection, no nothing. Do you have any sleepers in your congregation besides Steve Cox?
Well, I don't even think Steve. I don't think Steve sleeps. I don't have many sleepers, I don't suppose. I don't know it. You know, if your congregants are sleeping, that just shows how much they trust you. And it may be that the folks there at Barnesville are concerned and they think that they need to
don't
keep an eye
trust.
on me.
Right.
I may be a little too sketchy for that.
I would like to have at various times during church a Nerf gun, one of those that's got those, and just fire across the bow, just shoot people.
There's an older couple in our church. They've both gone on to be with the Lord, but they grew up back many, many, many decades ago. And the story that he told was they were at a revival service, and it was one of the old churches. The windows were open.
Wasps were coming in, wasps.
And one of his buddies there was a group of people had got gathered up outside the windows during the service. And during the preacher, when he concluded the message, when they started the invitation, he said one of his buddies reached in the window to poke him to get his attention. And when he did, he thought he was under conviction. He thought it was the Lord. And he said, I jumped up and I ran to the altar. And now, again, that was the story he told. And I wouldn't doubt it. But he was so – but he apparently – was under some conviction if that triggered him like it did.
Oh, yeah.
But he said it was one of his buddies that reached in the window while they had their heads bowed praying. He reached in the window to poke him and get his attention. And when he did, he said he thought it was, for sure it was the Lord nudging him.
I like it. My wife, Sherry, and I are at a stage where our memories do not mesh. I don't. You and Dan have been married how many years?
44.
We've been married 45. I could have sworn I got down on a knee and asked Sherry to marry me. She said, that's not how it happened. Did you do that?
I did.
Would she say
I got
that
down
you
on
did
1
that?
million, proposed her. Now, I don't know that she would say that. I don't know that she would remember it that well.
Sherry says that, well, we didn't have any money. We were just working and making do. She says that we were on our way to a ball game, which constituted many of our dates working for
Right.
the paper. And she said that I said, when are we going to get married? And I said, I remember getting down on one knee and asking you to marry me. She said, that didn't happen. And I think as we go along, we're going to find more things, and I'm sure I did, than she says I didn't.
Yeah.
But if you had to bet money and you had to take it to the bank, who would you bet on? You better say Sherry.
Right.
It's not me.
Yeah.
But I like some of my thoughts
Yeah.
and my ideas.
And that was a nice romantic gesture. Even if it was just, you know what they say, it's the thought that counts.
It was.
You can tell her in your heart and in your mind, you got down on, even though you might have been driving down the road on your way to a ball game, in your heart and in your mind, you were on one knee proposing.
Saying, my darling, will you marry me?
Right.
That preacher teaches you how to lie now.
And I guess I was lucky that she did.
Very fortunate.
There's no guessing to it, I know.
Yeah.
Every now and then, blind hog finds an acorn. I said that to some younger kids the other day, and they said, Les, what do you mean?
Right.
And I thought, never mind.
Yeah, probably. They probably don't use that phrase in their text messages, and there's not an emoji for that. Need to get a little blind hog emoji. Get a little
Blind
hog with
hog.
dark sunglasses and
And then
a
an
little
acorn
cane.
in his mouth.
Yeah.
I think that'd be wonderful.
Speaking of blind hogs, it appears from the update that I just saw that Punxsutawney Phil, and I don't know why we have conceded as much sovereignty over the weather as we have to this rodent, but Punxsutawney Phil has seen his shadow apparently, and so they are saying 6 more weeks of winter. So if you've got your faith in the Pennsylvania groundhog, and I don't know what the one in Birmingham has their own, and I can't remember his name. But
That would be good if we brought a possum into the mix.
well, they would. Interesting creatures.
They are, and they'll keep ticks away. They
Yep.
love ticks. Have you ever thought about all the useless information that you know and you share?
Constantly.
I'm a master.
I'm amazed at the amount of things that I know that are absolutely useless.
Useless.
If for any practical reason. And that concerns me that I have spent that much time accumulating facts that unless somebody catches me on the street and says, okay, well, we've got a great prize if you can answer this question.
Right.
What was the date or the month on the calendar in Floyd's barbershop? The only month that ever occurred in Mayberry. It's February. Nobody ever changed his calendar. It was February was on the calendar in Floyd's barbershop always. Every episode in Floyd's barbershop was in February. Nobody ever changed the calendar. But at that time, you saw an episode once every week, and then it might be a year or 2 years before there was a rerun. And how many episodes would there be in Floyd's barbershop? Nobody would think about it.
No.
But now you can watch episodes over and over and over, and it's amazing the things that people notice.
What about what did Barney say when he saw Barbara Eden get off the bus?
Sure ugly.
He said, ring-a-ding-ding.
See there? It's good that you know that.
And
You might want to throw that out there once in
just
a while.
ring-a-ding-ding.
Sherry walks in the room, ring-a-ding-ding.
I tell, she might not know that.
Well, but you could explain it to her when she asks you, what in the world are you talking about?
I said, you're my reaction to Barney's reaction to Barbara Eden.
What's that?
Ring-a-ding-ding.
That's it.
That's it. You got any closing thoughts this morning?
Just thank you for the opportunity to sit and visit and chat, and hope that everybody has a good day and has a good month. I know a lot of folks felt like January was the longest 3 months that we had been through in a while, but we have survived January, and we are in February, and want
I
to wish
just had
everybody.
a 40-year-old. How old's Amy? You better know.
40, 41,
41.
42.
I had 42.
42.
Sloan just
42.
turned 42.
She just turned 42.
They're in there together.
January 20th.
Yeah.
Amy was 42.
Sloan February 1st.
Yeah.
So
Amy was January 20th. 42. That's hard to believe.
that
That's
we have children that old.
It is. We're grandparents. I
Grandparents.
can remember thinking my grandparents were old.
Y'all are.
My grandparents.
feel like it.
My grandparents were old.
I'm a great grandparent. Hey, fast, son, fast.
I tell you. Great show coming up next week. We're going to jump into the realignment, hard and heavy. I've got people that know what they're talking about, and that's a key to having a great show. Now, this morning, Jeff Fleming and I know what we know.
That ain't much.
Just unfortunately, it's not a lot of what other people want to know.
No.
But
No,
now they
it's
do.
not. They do.
Now they hung up a long time ago.
I had this announcement passed to me today at 3 p.m. at Pinkard Funeral Home in Halable. They're having a memorial service for veteran M.R. It's either Weidman or Weedman. He has no family or next of kin, and they're asking that anyone who wants to come, they're very welcome. And we can't ever say enough about our veterans.
No. The freedoms that we argue and fuss over, we would not have if not for the men and women who serve our country and helped gain those for us and protect those.
And those Goomers up in Minnesota, I thought the cold was going to put them in.
No.
Somebody's paying them well. So, rock on. We've enjoyed it this morning. We hope we've made you think a little bit. If you're not thinking, you need to. That's what Jeff's sermon was about. You need to be thinking. So, we all need to think today. And we have enjoyed it, and I will see you next week.
All right, we ain't gonna hang up. We're gonna do sports and stuff like that right now. We'll eventually get to the funerals. I want somebody to do funerals for me. But anyway, you'd be good. You look almost dead anyway.
Okay? Bring your bat next time, and just a long bat. Bam. No,
Well, let me ask you something. What do y'all think about what's happening up here? Just off and on. What do y'all think about y'all sophisticated and intelligent human being? You know. Oh, that's your wife telling you.
no.
Yeah.
You caught me on the radio, Big.
Well, you ain't doing nothing on radio no way. What about what do y'all think about what's happening up in Minnesota? Y'all think it's going to straighten out or it's going to fray it?
Okay. Bye-bye.
It's a
That's your girlfriend?
That was Sloan. That was Sloan.
Who's Slow?
Sloan is my oldest son. Amy and Sloan graduated
They did.
together.
They danced together in senior night. One of the skits that the seniors did.
Well, what are y'all doing watching your kids dance like that? Now?
Well, we just
I mean, y'all are
we had to show up for the senior night program as parents. We were obligated.
Oh.
The thing in Minnesota, I think there's a lot of political influence behind it. I'm disappointed. I hate that the two people that got killed. That's terrible. That's tragic. But it's interesting that the governor had already decided he wasn't running for re-election because he and his administration in the state was mired in this fraud for the daycares and fraud
A leering,
for the PPP
a leering
loans.
sinner.
And again, I think they've taken advantage of that to get attention off of the fraud that was being examined. But it's a difficult situation. You've got people that are being stirred up, and they're the ones who are going to lose their lives. Well, preachers can be influential in those areas, and it's unfortunate that you have people who are trying to instigate instead of being peacemakers.
Well, yesterday they found out that California has got almost $100 billion same way.
Yeah, well, it's that way. Maryland was going to be next. It's that way in several states.
Well,
in Texas, there's been some.
How about here?
Well, it's very possible. I mean, they should examine it and look at where any of the federal funds go and make sure that it is legitimate. But I can tell you, having worked with community action, with federal and state funding, that anybody...
You gonna talk?
Hutty,
Yeah.
was that not you and Tyrone out at Harold Farr's store protesting all weekend?
No, but I tell you what, I wouldn't mind going up to your house and do it. Me and Tyrone.
Yeah, I thought that was y'all out there holding your picket signs up the other day.
Well, no, you had Walt. You just didn't see him. He's kind of short. You know what I mean? You didn't see him. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Walt.
okay.
All right, but huh?
It's mighty cold for you and Tyrone to be riding that motorcycle everywhere, ain't it?
Well, I was riding behind him, Tyrone. I was.
Yeah, you was on the back of that Harley.
He warmed me. He kept me warm, buddy.
All right.
See, but hey, we talk to anybody. We talk to you. Now, I really believe this is going to spread, don't you? I mean, really, through the United States.
I'm afraid so.
But now this could be a good thing if our politicians not put it this way. I really believe some of our presidents in the past, not many of them, are different people, like Minnesota would have been handled. I mean, it'd been handled. It wouldn't be dragging around. We playing, and I'm a Trump man, but I believe he's playing too much right now. I think he's there to make money now, really, instead of taking care of us like he did the first 4 weeks. My opinion.
Well, it would be good if all of our leaders, irregardless of political positioning, could unify on some things. But unfortunately, each side just, it doesn't matter what the other side does. It doesn't matter if the other side is right. They're going to defend and they're going to deflect, and they're not going to work together on it. And
I like that
I don't
shirt.
know.
I like that
It's
shirt you
sad.
got on.
I hate.
It's a
I
nice
hate-
shirt.
I hate to
Very
see
nice.
any violence.
I
I
know
hate
it.
to see. I believe in the right to peacefully protest, but I also believe in the right to
I ain't going to your
assemble.
church. You
And-
preach too long. Man, a lie. I can tell that already.
When
How many times you take up offering?
well, it just
About 3
depends.
times?
It depends if they put in enough the first time. We just do it once. But
That's what I'm saying.
He looks out there and he says, "How's it look, boys?" And they shake their head. Send it back around.
I can believe that.
But
Where's your church at?
we are. If you know where Highway 19 is, we're just outside. We're in the suburbs of the Bird community.
Okay. I just trying to get an idea.
We're right there on the outskirts of Hamilton, and right before you get to Bird community.
Hutty, we
I think
gotta
we need
go.
much prayer.
I'm just trying to get
Yeah.
everybody sleep. I'm trying to wake them up before Jimmy come in.
They'll start throwing
Jimmy
things now.
will handle things. Look, it's a lot like Ernest T. Bass. What about them dead blame rocks? You don't be throwing rocks.
Lord, you're right. I mean, people out there will forgive y'all what's going on up here. These two up here.
We've got
I think
all
it-
kinds of commotion.
One says he's a preacher, and the other, I think he's been drinking too much. What I think.
Too much coffee, too much caffeine.
I don't believe it's coffee y'all drinking. Y'all talk.
We enjoyed it.
Take that left-handed cigarette with you too. All right, Jimmy, what have you been doing all weekend?
Sitting around the house, damn warm.
I cranked my car up. I left here Friday, and I ain't been out of the house. I ain't even driving my car since Friday.
You didn't know where your car was cranking, did you?
Well, I thought it cranked. I didn't think about that.
It was cold yesterday. It was more, it's kind of a little bit.
You didn't get up and go to church there yesterday?
Huh?
You didn't get up and go to church yesterday?
Yeah.
Huh? Well, I didn't know. I got these preachers. They not people saying I play all these preachers, but this year I reckon they froze up.
You didn't have any to play.
Most of these preachers don't. I got 2 or 3. I normally have about 7 or 8. But
Yeah, we had church and everything. We had 16 there yesterday. It was pretty cold. A lot of them, a lot of people didn't want to get out.
you got your girlfriend over there? Why you going to church? There's snow on the ground.
Huh?
You got your girlfriend over at the church house?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
know
guess.
that, man.
You.
That's a good place to get them.
I guess that's the way for you ride, I guess. So, I stayed around, stayed more. Of course, we missed out on some ball games over the weekend. On count we went around Friday, but a lot of games went on this weekend. In the high school, got a lot of games tonight. A lot of them still making up from ice and ice.
Going on there, let's hear what's going on.
And also, tonight we got a whole list of games going on. We're going to have Barry playing at Phillips, and Brewer be at Central, Carver Heights at Waterloo, and Florence at Athens. Hackberg will be at Belgrade.
Hey,
Hey, yo, it's Tyrone. I've been keeping my eye on you.
Donald, I tell you what, you guys froze me definitely riding that motorcycle
Seems
with
like
you.
in recent weeks you've been selling on my turf.
I tell you what, you got to get a little bit bigger. You get knocked the wind off of me.
You've been selling that good. That
Yeah.
Mary don't you wanna, haven't you?
No, I don't.
Don't lie to me now. My sources are reliable.
Your voice has been lying to you. I've been right beside you, Tyrone, right behind you.
So what you want to do about it? You ready to negotiate a cut or what?
You know what? I don't know what you're talking about. No. I'm
There ain't no sense in denying it, my dog.
I'm
You can either stop
sophisticated
selling
now.
or we arrange a little payment plan.
I'm running around with all these rich people now. Smart people. I'm a dummy myself.
If you keep lying to me, you're only gonna make it worse for yourself.
Oh, now, Tyrone, I hate to shoot you. Now, come on. I tell you what.
All right, I'm coming over right now.
Come on now. Listen, door's unlocked. See, bud. Huh?
You hear me over there?
Well, hell, I ain't listening to you. I'm hearing you. Yeah.
I'm not plugged in.
Well, I mean, you got another end of the plug somewhere.
I'm hunting.
You got another mic over here. Grab this other mic.
Move over.
Well, I mean, it might. You need to get on that side, Jimmy.
Over here.
Yeah, go down the end. You put your hat on, you look a lot better with your hat on. You look a lot better with your boggin on.
Oh, I'm getting Yeah, I can hear you now. So let me get started over here. We had a little interruption. Anyway, I think we got down to Hackberry playing at Belgrade tonight. Hamilton's at Russellville.
Hold on a minute now. Let's go now. What are you doing now?
I'm doing the games that have been played tonight.
Tonight.
This is scheduled for tonight. All right. And also got Hatton at East Lawrence, Lauderdale County's at Dessler, Lexington's at Sheffield, Lynn's at Vinyl, Phil Campbell's at Thorptown, Red Bay's at Hadelville, Tanner is at Lexington, and Waynes County, Tennessee's at Mars Hill. So tomorrow night we got a whole list. I'm gonna read them out tomorrow. The scores from last weekend games, we had a lot of boys and girls games. In the women's, we had most of the show 65, Florence 57, Mars Hill 82, Austin 54, Dessler 75, Belgrade 32. Now this is girls, and Jana, the coach over at Dessler, she won her 950th game last Friday night, so that's a lot of ball games.
Hold me, yeah. Hutty.
Hey, Hutty, just letting you know we can't hear Jimmy. I don't think his microphone's on.
Well, he's switching around like I can't hit him where to go. He won't go. I don't.
Can you hear me now?
Tell him to holler real loud.
Well, hell, this guy. How about now, Jimmy?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, he got to say. Yeah, he ought to be able to hear you.
1, 2, 3.
You hear him now, don't you?
I think so.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I hear you on there. What are you doing? You come up and straighten this boy out. He walked in here about half drunk, I think.
Tell Jimmy we want a Super Bowl pick.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to pick Seattle.
His expert pick.
Seattle.
You're picking Seattle?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Seattle ain't going to win.
Y'all have a good one.
All
See you,
right.
bud.
Nah.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Maybe we'll get going here in a minute. We'll catch up with Brilliant, 62, Berry, 40, Hackleburg, 55, Waterloo, 35.
When was this now?
This is Friday night. Girls was Friday night, last Friday night. Russell, 67, Hamilton, 35, Cobbett County, 34, Shoals Christian, 24, Central, 60, Sheffield, 16, St. Paul II, 45, Cousin Christian, 26, Cascade, 55, Loretto, Tennessee, 52. That's up in Tennessee. Hatton, 64, Danville, 50, Thorptown, 57, Vinyl, 16, East Limestone, 58, Lauderdale County, 36, Lawrence County, Tennessee, 55, Giles County, 35. That's in Tennessee. Lawrence County. And we got Phil Campbell, 53 to 42 win over Haleville, and Lawrence County, 51, and Brooks, 42. But in boys action, we had Mosa Shoals, 72, Florence, 67, Waterloo, 58, Hackleburg, 56. You know, Hackleburg played them about 2 or 3 days before they went down to Waterloo and beat them 34 points. They went down there and got beat 2 points.
They went drinking with
They
it.
must have been. Austin, 63, Mars Hill, 55, Lauderdale County, 56, West Limestone, 41, Hamilton, 56, Russellville, 42, Cousin Christian, 54, John Paul II, 47, Cover Heights, 46, Shoals Christian, 34, Thorptown, 65, Vinyl, 33, Central, 68, Sheffield, 56, Lawrence County, 44, Brooks, 42, Haleyville, 64, Phil Campbell, 46, Lizzie Lane, 58, Cherokee, 29, and Hatton, 51, Danville, 48. That was the games from last Friday night.
Well, what about Red Bay? They went over somewhere and played over.
They both went to Hamilton.
I had Red Bay.
I didn't see the score on it nowhere.
They played.
I think they went Saturday night probably. I didn't pick up.
No, they was here Friday. I had them on Friday ball game.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and they playing somewhere. I forgot.
Well, maybe somebody will know their call. I didn't see that one. And also, of course, in the SEC over the weekend, there was some pretty good ball games.
How about Alabama? They did.
Got blowed out of the water down.
Did they get beat?
They got beat. The boys got 100 to 77. I watched it. They played pretty good for a little while, but the women, Florida, they couldn't stop Florida.
Was Florida that good?
They good. They got 3 good big white boys, about 6'9", 6'11",
Oh.
and they can get around, buddy. They good ball players. They couldn't stop them a month ago. They scored every time they got the ball, seemed like. And then also, let me see, I got some other scores on the men. Find them what I got down here. See, Texas A&M and Georgia. A&M won at 92-71. Texas over Oklahoma, 79-77. That's a pretty close game. Missouri 84, Mississippi State 79. LSU 92. South Carolina 87. Kentucky 85. Arkansas 77.
I saw
I was
that.
kind of surprised that Kentucky beat Arkansas like that. I watched some of it, yeah. And Vanderbilt 71 and Ole Miss 68. That was a good ball game.
Who was that now?
Ole Miss and Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I thought Ole Miss might beat them.
I did too. But you know where they played? They played in Vandy. That's a hard place to play up there.
Like Belgrade.
Yeah, I guess so. Of course, they moved it. Both been in Oxford,
Old Jim.
but they couldn't play on account of the ice storm they had down there and everything. So they had to move it.
Do you know, talking about ice storm right fast, like before we go on, that Mississippi's got more people out of power than by far than any state in the union right now.
I believe it was. They said about 300,000 people. There's a bunch of them out of power.
They said about 49%. I don't know.
And it's going to take them a while to get it all back, get together. I'll tell you. I seen the pictures of it. They really caught it. I mean, big trees and everything.
What got me, number 2 is Tennessee, and how it circled around Alabama.
I know it. Well, Nashville. They got hit hard in Nashville.
Well, hell, nice part of
I
Tennessee.
know it did. And they talking about they moved it up to Nashville to play Nashville. They couldn't play it.
Well,
Both places got hit.
Jimmy, if you would keep up with, Oxford is down, son. They got this blowed out with the weather, and not football, basketball, all the weather. It's got them.
Well, I know the weather got them. I know they both got hit hard, but Nashville not as bad as Ole Miss did.
Okay.
And we'll settle that now. And in the women's yesterday, of course, there's some high scores in it too. We had UConn, the number 1 team in the nation, girls, is 96-66 over Tennessee. And Tennessee,
How much?
96-66.
That's a blowout.
That's a blowout. I mean, UConn, they just keep bringing them in. I don't know where they're getting them, but they're hard every year. And LSU put on Alabama girls 103-63. That's a high blowout. And, of course, Kentucky beat Arkansas 95-73. And that's all in the women's. And let's see if anything else has happened over the weekend. One more score, Lindsay Lane defeated Cherokee 28-18. That's in the boys' action.
Who what?
Lindsay Lane, you know where that's at?
No, I don't.
It's up, I think around Huntsville up in there somewhere. And they play Cherokee. They play them down here quite often down in this part of the country. They play them, so they got Lindsay Lane.
Why would you drive all the way from
Lindsay Lane to Cherokee?
Cherokee? That's all across the state.
Well, it is. It's a pretty good jump. And I don't know why they scheduled, way off like that. But, I don't know. Basketball getting back on the way maybe this weekend. I'm kind of all.
What about the Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl will be Sunday. Be on at 5:30, Seattle against New England, and I believe Seattle about 7.5 points.
No, Seattle's 4.5
Not
points.
that high now. They've gone down there.
4.5 points.
And they played in California, Santa Clara.
We,
I'm gonna pick Seattle.
and they're 45.5 points over and under.
4 or 5. Okay, that'd be pretty reasonable.
And I thought you said they was playing. Where'd you say? I thought you said they.
Played in California, Santa Clara, California.
All right.
So they won't have to worry about the weather, I don't think, unless it rains or something. 'Cause I don't think it get much snow. I noticed that game yesterday, Gainesville, Alabama boys. It was 25 degrees in Gainesville, Florida yesterday.
Well, it was, I seen
Chilly
where
down there.
I seen where it was snowing in Miami.
Yeah, Lord, I bet they was scared.
Well, I don't think it was sticking, but it was snowing.
That's something unusual in Florida.
And I mean, that's what I saw. Now, what you see and what you hear is two different things. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's true or not. What they say it is. Well, let me ask you something else. Changing the subject. What do you think about our president's wife this weekend? Or you paying attention to that or see it?
I didn't see her. What you talking about?
They said she right now they made on that thing $8 million over the weekend. Reckon how long it take us?
$1 million.
You think we make $8 million in a lifetime?
No.
4 or 5 lifetimes. Yeah.
What did she do?
She had a thing about just different thing about her her life. I don't know what
And
she
she
did.
got paid $8 million for doing
Well,
that.
that's what they brought in for. And how much she made, I don't know now.
Well, they come on down. I'll give them my life span for $8 million.
Well, hell, I wouldn't give him a penny for your life. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Lord, yeah.
They said that Talladega and ESPN said Talladega's man basketball coach Benjamin Taylor led off the court in handcuffs.
They escorted him out with handcuffs. Yeah.
What was wrong with him?
He didn't like the way the referee was calling. I reckon he really got irritated. And they had to take him out.
Well, I mean, what did he do?
They take him out.
Well, I know that, but what did he do to make him take it
I
out?
don't know what he done. I just seen the handcuffed him.
Okay, I just asked him.
I don't know where he jumped all over, hit a referee or what.
I didn't. That's why I was asking. I didn't know.
What's happened to these people in these ball games? Down somewhere south, somewhere the other day, 2 junior high teams playing, and the fans got into it. I mean, they had a meal all out there on the middle of the field, court.
Well,
I don't understand.
discipline between you and I, it might have started in my generation, your generation. I don't know, but the discipline has got a lot less. And kids, really and truly, I'm not knocking them now. I don't mind to have it. I'd have it. Like the smartphone, TV. I mean, they see too much, too young. See, a man, not a man, but a person, don't really mature. And I didn't know this because I didn't. I know if I knew this woman I was like, I could always tell my wife I wasn't mature enough when I married. Almost 25 years old. And hell, back then everybody been married 2 or 3 years, you know. So
I don't know. I mean, just parents. I don't know. I reckon they believe their kid do no wrong or whatever, and I don't know. I just can't take it. Like,
what I think, now truthfully, I think mom and daddy used to work. Mama used to take care of the kids, or daddy take care of the kids. Now then, both of them having to work, and we've let it.
They don't discipline the kids good.
Well, the kids don't have nobody to listen.
That's right. Ain't nobody there to take care of it.
And the kids are gonna be kids. They're gonna do what they want to do.
I know. I don't remember. I don't think in the whole time that I played, I don't ever remember a referee getting anybody. You know, I've seen them get after them. I run them down. I never see no one, get involved in a fist fight or something, or shoving match or what. But now you hear that a lot. I'm telling you, this kid, I don't know what they're going to do about it, but I guess they get on suspension. The schools probably get.
Well, let me ask you a question now. I hear that college right now are going to start paying the players. I mean, they're playing players. The high school's going to start playing the players.
I know that's going to hurt.
Well, they don't run high school. I mean, college. They're going to run.
Well, did you see where Tennessee's coach, Rick, claimed that he thinks now the players might be betting on their own teams, or betting on a loser.
Rick? Who's Rick?
He's a coach of Tennessee.
No, he ain't.
Yeah, he is. Tennessee's coach.
Are you talking about football?
No, basketball.
No, that ain't Rick, is it?
Yeah, I can't think of his last name right now.
Barnes, ain't it?
Yeah, Rick Barnes. He's a coach, and he's thinking that, well, there could be some betting going on some games, players, some of these college players. And it's a possibility. Boy, some of them been playing some games look like they couldn't do nothing. The next game is good. I don't know. That's just being awful now, the sports is. And betting, money, everything's money. It make no difference what it is. I don't know. I guess we weren't used to that kind of stuff. Didn't offer us nothing, did they? We weren't good enough about all.
Well, I had my hand stuck out, but nobody put no money in.
If I got a quarter for a Coca-Cola or something, I done well. A nickel.
Well, I meant they used to give us a Coke if we got a high scoring one or something like that.
Could y'all drink Coke when y'all played ball? Coca-Colas?
Well, Jimmy, you know.
Wouldn't let us drink.
Well, we didn't have the money to buy one.
well, I know it, but we could drink an orange or something like that, but we couldn't drink a Coke. Now they drink anything. It's all changed up.
Well, really, the whole world life has changed for athletes compared to our lifetime. And just now, these are kids now. Just think now, they're going to be grown-ups one of these days and have kids. How's it going to be between now and then? Is it going to get worse or better? I see right now where they're going to get rid of our sports. If they go to high school, people start paying them.
Yeah.
Where's all this money coming from?
That's what I don't know. Paying from high school, college, pro. There's got to be a lot of money somewhere. You got to have some wealthy people. That's all I know.
Well, there's not that many of them, Jimmy.
Yeah, I know it, but it's some of them billionaires. They're putting out the money somewhere. I don't know.
All right, what else you got?
I don't know. This guy gave this morning. I don't know where he gave it a while ago or not. That veterans said Monday, that's today, at 3 p.m. at Pinker's Funeral Home, a memorial service for a veteran, Mr. Wyman. No family or next of kin. Ask anyone who wants to come is welcome. VFW. So I just handed it to him.
Yeah, he came in here and I think Les, want to give it to Les.
I seen that in the obituary that he showed he didn't have any kinfolks in this area nowhere. So he handed that to me this morning there. And what else? Yeah, what about this kids getting hurt on these sleds and things? That boy from Texas, was going to go to Alabama, quarterback, got killed. They was pulling him on one of them boats, more plastic boats, what you call them.
Yeah.
Kayaks, and it hit a tree. And 17-year-old.
I didn't know he was going to Alabama because I hadn't.
They had him. Yeah, they thought he was going to go to Alabama.
They thought.
Yeah.
But Alabama thinks everybody's going to go to them.
Yeah. Then the two teenage girls that got killed on that sled. On the sled is a piece of plastic or something. Both of them hit a big old concrete barge and then hit a tree and killed both of them. They both were 16-year-old. So these kids, they don't have fun out there. They better be careful. 1 second,
Well, we ain't got much longer. I mean,
no.
Yeah.
Much about bad weather, maybe.
We got about 45 days, and it start breaking.
Well, this is the second day of February, and March will be around the corner. Of course, they started out softball over the weekend, and man, it's cold. We starting that now. High school.
Well, I'd hate to be playing softball.
I would too.
It hurts your arm, I believe. Look.
And I seen a game. Carson Newman was playing a baseball game Saturday, and they were just it was snowing like ever. You probably could see the pitcher and the catcher.
Well, didn't the high school, but college football, baseball started Saturday?
So softball, probably baseball did too. Northwest played 2 college softball games Saturday.
How'd they come out?
I never did hear no score on them. I don't know how they come out. They played in Albertsville. So softball be starting in high school now. Basketball, they got about 10 more games, I think, for the playoffs. They start not too long off now. So, still a lot more sports coming up. And then you got baseball year coming on. That's about it in summertime. It seems like it's a dead period in there. Football comes back around.
Well, it's time to get, not all schools be out.
Yeah.
And then you have summer baseball and all that good stuff starting.
Yeah, something going on all the time if you got kids.
Well, maybe, really cold down that everything got so high, people can't afford to go place and do things and even go to ball games like they used to go.
Well, the time you go off somewhere and have a motel bill and an eating bill, that costs you some money. Takes a lot to get around now.
Well, what do you think? That's what I said.
A motel bill costs you $200, I guess.
Well, hell, I don't know, Jimmy. I don't hang out much. Well, you about ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go already.
All right, folks, we're gonna get out of here, and I think we got to Mayor and Kenny tomorrow. Find out what's happening around this part of the country. And listen, we appreciate it, and we'll talk to you later.